Oh, had to do that. I was in the mood for a fight. How's it going, everybody? I'm Joe, and today I'm here to discuss Southpaw, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Forest Whitaker, and Rachel McAdams, directed by Antoine Fuqua. I think that's how you say his name. Southpaw is about a boxer named Billy Hope, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, who's a lightweight boxer who is continuing to win the title of lightweight champion. And he's got it all. He's got a wife, he's got a daughter, he's got a manager, he's got friends. The guy has it all, even though he's not exactly all right upstairs. But then a certain tragedy befalls him when a certain boxer challenges him to a fight, and then he finds himself at his lowest low, and he has to figure out how to get back up from that low again, and get his daughter back into his custody. Now, right off the bat, I know that's something that we've all seen before many, many times with a movie like this. You show a protagonist who's a boxer, who's down on his luck after a certain thing happens, and he tries to build himself back up again. And have we seen that before? Of course we have. Rocky 1, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 6. I mean, come on. We've seen that a million times. But let me put it to you this way. Is the movie still good? Does it embrace those cliches? Absolutely yes. Southpaw is a good movie. I loved it. I was completely invested all the way through. Despite those cliches, Antoine Fuqua put so much passion into this film, as well as the acting by Jake Gyllenhaal and Forest Whitaker, and the young girl who plays his daughter. Jake Gyllenhaal, he got so jacked for this movie. I mean, good God. Goes from being all hollow and skinny in Nightcrawler to huge in this movie. He's just like Christian Bale. Skinny, huge. Jake Gyllenhaal. Skinny, huge. How the hell does that guy do it? And just a little sidebar here. It still blows my mind every time I see an actor do a drastic change to their body like that. It's amazing. Now, since this movie has come out in the summertime, I doubt it's going to get any Oscar nods. Maybe for like cinematography or best music. I don't know. If it were to get a nomination for Jake Gyllenhaal, it's a very long shot, and even if he had a chance, I don't think it would have happened because the Academy hates him, but that's a whole nother video for another time. And this one is no different. He continues to prove that he is an excellent actor. Forest Whitaker, is he like Mick from Rocky, where he's his trainer? Of course he is, but he is perfect for this kind of role. I bought him as a boxing trainer, someone who's trying to help other young boxers in the gym that he runs, and how he brings so much passion to this character despite it being a little bit cliched. And since I brought up the whole point about the cliches, I can't really complain about that because the movie still manages to win you over. You can't really help but root for the characters in here. Now, I don't need to see something new and original every single time, even though we could use a little bit more of that in Hollywood out there. We don't always need something new and original. Sometimes you can see something that's predictable, that it's cliched and you know where it's going. This movie knows that, but it takes those aspects and uses it to its advantage. And it doesn't feel glamorized, it doesn't feel showy, it doesn't feel like, look at me, all that. No, it feels grounded at the same time, which I really appreciated. Not to spoil anything, but Rachel McAdams is really good, even though she doesn't have a whole lot of time in the movie. The young girl who plays the daughter, her name escapes me at the moment. She blew my mind. She was so great in this movie. Usually a lot of kids in movies aren't really that good at acting because they don't have so much experience, unless you put them with the right director. This girl was so great. She actually got me teary-eyed a couple times. I mean, oh man, I would definitely not be opposed to this young girl being in other movies because she definitely deserves it. Now, I'm not really big into boxing. I don't watch boxing fights or anything like that. Mostly when it comes to sports, I'm more of a football, baseball kind of guy. But I like me a good boxing movie as much as the next guy. I mean, who doesn't like Rocky? If you don't like Rocky, what is wrong with you? And I'm also really glad that Antoine Fuqua brought a really strong intensity to the boxing fights because it definitely feels real. And some of the camera movements that he used, where it made you look like you were watching from the perspective of the fighter, and the punches were getting thrown at you, and the camera kind of ducks to the sides as a boxer would. And every time somebody got hit, I could feel it, and that's a big plus. It feels realistic. It doesn't feel showy. Very similar to the first fight between Bane and Batman in Dark Knight Rises, you could feel every punch, and almost every time the punches were being thrown, I was holding my hands against my face like this. I'm like, oh God, would you really want to get your nose broken in a boxing fight? That's not a good feeling. And I'm literally nitpicking at this point, but the movie is a little bit slow. It could have been maybe evened out just a little bit more in its time. Maybe at least 5 or 10 minutes could have been cut out. But to complain about, the predictability and everything, the movie still manages to win you over. It's still got characters that you could care about. Excellent performances by Jake Gyllenhaal, Forest Whitaker, and the young girl who plays his daughter. I mean, I can't really see you guys not liking this movie. If you like boxing movies, I say this is definite for you. So how about you? What did you think of Southpaw? Did you like it? You hate it? Whatever you thought, comment below and tell me, and I'll see you guys next time in the ring. Not to copy Jeremy Johns, but